Good day everyone, welcome to Yogibods Fitness. So this is our day 12 of our 30-day yoga challenge. So for today's practice, we'll be working out your core muscles and hip stabilizers through standing balancing poses. So balancing poses are the best thing you could do for your core and your hip stabilizers, and working out those muscles will lessen the probability of having a knee or back problems in the future.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you want to travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us?
So if you're ready, let's begin by sitting down on the floor or on your mat. So again, you cross your legs and adjust your seat bones backward. Just rest your hands on your knees and just for a moment close your eyes. So sit with your back straight and let's try to find that internal sense of balance within the body. So try to feel equal length on your side body, the left and the right. Feel equal space on the front and the back. And also try to feel balance on your sitting bones. Press your seat bones equally, so you're not leaning to the left or to the right. So find your center. And just observe that state of balance for a few more breaths. And then you can begin to open your eyes, and then we'll begin with the all fours. So take your palms on the floor, knees below the hip. So here you straighten the spine by activating your abdominal muscles. Then you extend the left leg backward and the right hand forward. So elongate through the tips of your fingers as you pull that left heel backward. So feel that opposing action going through the body. So inhale here. Then as you exhale, connect your elbow and the knee together. So just waking up the core muscles to better establish balance on the pose. Again, exhale, knee to your elbow. Again, inhale, you extend your ribs away from the hip. Then exhale, knee to your elbow. The last time, you extend your arm and the leg away from the center and stay for 5 breaths. So you again push the left hand, hug the belly, the side body in toward the spine, and try to stay still. And then release your right hand on the floor and round the back as you move your knee forward, then step the left foot forward. Again, pushing the hip down to allow the hips to stretch, the quads, and then square your hip, look forward, and from here you pull the hip backward, and then straighten your back. From here you take your foot with your right hand and extend the left hand backward. So again, this is a balancing pose. If you're having difficulty stabilizing the hip is really wobbling, then you just have to take your hand on the floor. So if you're okay with this pose, try to stay still. So again, elongate through the waistline and turn through the mid-spine, squeezing your shoulders. And then look down, take your palms on the floor, again rebend the left leg, curl the right leg, and lift the knee up. Step backward to your plank pose. Then pull your hip backward to your down dog. So again, you can adjust this pose like we often do. Every time you go to your first hamstring or first down dog stretch, you have to do some adjustment, extra movements to free your body from any restrictions. Okay, just to create more mobility, more range of motion. So if you're ready, go back to the all fours, knees and the palms on the floor. Then you straighten the left leg backward, the right leg backward and the left hand forward. Again, focus on length, inhale, then exhale, round the back, elbow and the knee together. So 4 reps. Inhale, you extend your limbs. Then exhale, round the spine. Inhale for third set. Exhale, abdomen in. Again, inhale, you extend the left hand back, forward, the right leg backward. Exhale, knee and the elbow together. Now we'll balance on the right hand and the left knee for 5 breaths, extending the spine, the leg, and the arm. Continue pulling the belly inward. And then set your palm on the floor. On the exhale, you round the back. And then take the foot between your palms. Again, hip forward for 2 breaths. Square your hip and press the thighs, the shins down to the floor to open up your inner thighs or your hip muscles. And then hip back. Adjust your hands below your shoulders. So again, you know your options. If you have difficulty balancing on this pose, so then you can just maintain the left hand on the floor. Others, you can hold your right foot with your left hand, then extend your right hand backward. Again, extending the sides on the inhale, then exhale, turning the body completely. Take 1 more breath. Now you look down, set your palms on the floor, then bring the hip forward. Straighten that back leg and then take your right leg back to the plank pose. Then from here, going backward to your down dog. Now pushing down through your palms, grounding your feet and then elongating the sides, the back, and the front of the body. Stay for 3 deep breaths. 2 and then 1. Now from here, you slowly walk towards the top side of the mat. Inhale, you lengthen the upper body. Then exhale, you bend forward. Let your head fall. Inhale, you lift your chest with the spine straight, arms extending upward to the ceiling. Then exhale, hands on your sides. Now you extend your arms over the head. Inhale. So push the palms up, hug your head with your arm bones, and bend to your right on your exhale. So continue pressing the left foot down to allow the stretch to deepen on the left side of the body. Inhale, recenter, and exhale, go down to the left. Again, ground through your right foot and extend or squeeze through your palms. Inhale, back to the midline. Then exhale, you bend forward. Move your head as low as you can. Inhale, look forward. So from here, on your exhale, you swing your, now let me turn to the front so you could see better. Now you lift that right leg off the floor, so you're pulling the right hip bone up and then swing it sideways. So we'll do this 5 times. So I'm working out your hip, your core muscles. Now inhale, pull the leg. Exhale, swing your leg sideways. 4 times here. Inhale, don't drop the foot. Exhale, lift. Again, down, inhale. Then exhale, lift. Now this is the last one, down, inhale. Then exhale, lift. Now you get to stay here or extend the left hand out. Or if you're okay with the leg strength and the core strength, then you can stretch your hands parallel to the floor. So try to stay, be still, and then lower your hands, your foot on the floor. Then you can bicycle the legs just to ease the tension on the leg muscles. You can turn your hips to the left, to the right, and we'll do it on the other side. Again, you look ahead and elongate the spine. Hands on the floor. But again, as you take your hands down, see to it that more weight are on your right leg. So pull the left leg up, then exhale, bring it to the side. Lower it down, exhale, swing it up, and then down. So go as high as you can until you feel enough contraction. Up, and then down, and then lift. So you can extend the right or both hands to the sides. Breathe. Keep the back flat. And then you lower your leg, hands to the floor, again pedal the feet, or walk in place. You can move your torso to the left and to the right. And then when you're ready, you slowly keep your spine straight and hinge from the hip. Bring the arms up. So let me go on top again. Then lift and broaden the chest as you slowly bend backward. Exhale, return to the center. And take your hands down to your sides. And have a few breaths here. So inhale and exhale through your nostrils. Again, reach the arms up and over the head. Elongate through the tips of your fingers, then bend forward, exhale. Increasing the intensity of the fold. Look forward on the next inhale. Bend the legs, palms to the floor. Exhale, you go to plank. So you know your options. If you want easier choice, you can take the knees down. Low plank, point your toes backward. And again, pushing the mat, lifting the chest. Up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Again, breathe deep, breathe long. Keep rolling the hip bone forward. That will increase the stretch of the hamstrings and the glutes. Also promote more length on the upper body. Now you bring the right leg forward on top of the mat. Align the hips and the knee, and then turn that left thigh bone inward. Extend through the crown of the head. Keeping your right leg strong, you pull yourself upright to high lunge. So you want to spread out your toes, your right toe. Inhale, then exhale, keeping the spine straight. You lean forward, and then hug the left knee toward the body. Inhale, bring the leg back. So do it slowly so your muscles will have the time to really activate to support the movement. Exhale again, shift forward, knee to your chest. Stand straight and upright. Last one. Inhale, bring it back. So get really wide distance on your feet. Exhale, hug the knee to your chest. Now from here you take your foot here on the inner side of the thigh, but don't let the hip push down to the right side or push out to the right side. You have to flex your right glutes, your right hip to be upright as you can. Then take your palms to prayer pose, then reach the arms up. Another thing on the left knee, it's not pointing in. You have to squeeze your glutes to align the knee with your pelvis. So continue breathing. Look straight to the front. So fix your gaze. That will help you stabilize the body. And then from here, just keep your arms upright. Point your knee forward, bending the right leg, and step backward to your high lunge. Hands down to the floor now. And again, return to your plank. Breathing out, down to low plank. Breathing in, shoulders inward, opening your chest. Then breathing out, again to your down dog. Inhale and exhale for 3 deep breaths. Now you take the left foot forward in line with your palms. Elongate through the spine and sink the hip parallel to your left knee. Internally rotate your right thigh bone and then come up to your high lunge. So spreading out through the left foot, elongate and try to feel maximum length on the upper body. Inhale, then exhale, knee forward to your chest. So activate your belly, your front thigh. Inhale, step back. Do it slowly, arms up. Then exhale, push down through the right foot to move your knee forward. And then one more time. Bring the leg back. Then check your alignment. Then exhale, knee forward. So pulling your knee and then taking your foot on the inside of your thigh or inner side of your thigh. Hands to prayer pose, reach the arms up, rooting down through the left foot, then grow tall through the tips of your fingers. Inhale and exhale. Just look on a single spot in front of you. Oops. Inhale and exhale. So last and final breath. And then from here you point your knee forward, keeping the chest and the body upright. You step backward to high lunge, then take your palms again on the floor. Going back to your plank, keeping your whole body straight, paddle to the floor as you go down. Then squeeze your shoulders, pull them down as you lift the chest. Breathe out, return to down dog. Again, inhale and exhale. Try your best to lengthen every inhale and every exhale, but don't force it. Look forward, fold the knees, again take your feet to the top side of the mat. Breathe in fully, shift the weight forward, and extend the back body. Breathe out completely, moving your head low. Inhaling, rise and extend the arms up. Then exhale, hands down to your sides, again relaxed. Inhale, reach the arms upward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Bend the legs again, go back to your plank, low plank. Keep moving with the breath. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, flex the hip to down dog. Inhale, take your right foot between your palms. Exhale, square your hip, arms upright. Inhale and exhale for 3 breaths. 2. Keep lifting the breastbone as you sink the hip. And then 1. From here, lean over your right thigh. So you flex your right hip. Continue pulling your left leg back as you extend the arms forward to keep the length. Then push down through the right foot to lift the left leg parallel to the floor. Virabhadrasana 3. So continue looking downward or look forward. Okay, that will depend on the condition of your neck. Then the left hand will go down in front of the right foot and underneath the shoulder. The right hand will go up. Now from here, we will come up and then swing that left leg forward. Catch the foot with your right hand. So easier option if you're tight on your hamstring is to hold your knee, the left hand backward. So you're working your external obliques and of course the hip muscles. So you can have the foot, then go down again, swing that left hand down the floor, extend the left leg backward, the right hand up. So one more round. Lift the chest, catch the foot with your right or the knee, then extend the left hand backward. So here you can look back at your thumb, but that would be more challenging to sustain your balance, or you can just fix your gaze forward. And then here, hug the knee to your chest, slide your hand down, the left hand down to the foot, and point your knee down to the floor. Raise the right hand up, lift and open your chest, push that left leg back until you feel enough stretch on your front thigh and hip, or the quads. Then exhale to hinge from the right hip. As you bend lower, continue pulling the leg higher and try to turn the left thigh bone in. Still fixing your gaze forward. And then coming up, hug your knee back to your chest. Then reach the arms out, bending the right leg. Left foot back to your high lunge. Hands down to the floor. Return to your plank position. Exhaling to your low plank. If you feel fatigued already, you can take your knees down. Breathe in and open your chest. And again, breathing out, decompress the back to your down dog. Inhale and exhale. If you need to go to your child pose, you can pause the video and take your knees down on the floor and just take your time to recover. We'll do it on the left. You place the left between your palms. Again, square your hip as you extend through the back heel. Then come up, high lunge. Look straight to the front or look up. Breathe. And then from here, you flex that left hip. You lean forward, keeping the spine long, the arms alongside the head, and push down on the left foot to lift your leg up. So balance for 3 cycles. And then from here, you will take your, okay, let me adjust backward. You take your right hand on the floor, in front of the left foot, the left hand up. And then coming up, take your right leg forward. Easier choice, take your knee. If you're flexible, take the foot, right hand extending backward. Swing the leg back once again, right hand on the floor. Again, work slow to maintain the balance. Left hand up. Again, also to give your muscles enough time to activate, to synchronize for you to hold the pose. Extend the leg, the right hand backward, and then take your knee to your chest. Still standing straight, standing strong on the left. You point your knee down as you take the foot with your right hand. Then extend the left hand upward. Lift and open your chest and bring the leg, the right leg backward. Then hinge through the left hip. Continue bending forward until the belly becomes parallel to the floor. And then keep the pose. Now lift your chest up. Again, hug your knee to elongate the back. Bring it backward to your high lunge. Arms overhead. Hands down to the floor now. And then take that left leg to your plank pose. Going down and then up. Then exhale. Return to your down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last and final breath. Now you fold the knees, look forward and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, open your chest. Then exhale, flex the hip, head down. Inhale, hinge up from the waist, hands up. Exhale, Samastiti. Again, breathe in, arms over the head. Breathe out, fold into half. Inhale, lift the chest parallel to the floor, bend the legs, go back to plank. Low plank. Inhale, you push the mat. Bend the spine backward. Then exhale to your down dog. From here, take your knees down, curl your toes and sit on your heels. So let me go to the center. And then lift the knees off the floor. If you cannot balance here, you can just take your hands here beside your feet and just stay. Others, if you're okay, so take note that the heels are really up, not this way, not to put lots of pressure on the joints, ankle joints. So you have to really activate the calf muscles by lifting the heels as high as you can. So hands here on the thighs or here on the chest. So stay here for 5 breaths. Keep the spine straight and upright. So visualize the crown of the head resting directly over the tailbone. Now hands on the floor, knees down and point your toes backward just to counter stretch your toes and your ankles. So let's do that again, but we'll intensify the pose. So in case you cannot do this full pose again, stick to this one. Okay, standing on both feet, arms up, or here on prayer pose, palms together. So to intensify this pose, you place the right foot on a figure 4 and then balance on the left foot. You can maintain your right hand on the floor to support the body, or you can extend the left hand up. The final position is to take your palms together on a prayer pose. So again, keeping your back straight, keeping your core muscles strong, and try to keep your center. And then take your hands down, bring the right foot back again next to your left foot. For a moment, sit on your heels, on your Virasana, just to counter the ankles and your toes. Inhale and exhale, softly and gently. So if the body feels ready for the next leg, then go. If not, then you can take your time. to rest. So again, you figure 4 or place the left foot over your right thigh, keep your back straight, and then you can extend the right hand up, or you can bring your palms together. So try to balance, breathe, and try to stabilize this very unstable pose. Hands down, bring the foot back again to your Virasana, sitting on your heels, sitting upright, then notice the breath. And then from here you move your feet to the side and forward. Hug your knees to your chest. Extend the legs forward. So extend the legs forward and then readjust the sit bones backwards, sit straight. So from here you take your right leg again towards your chest and then pull the foot. So turn the thigh bone outwards. So make sure you're rotating the leg through your hip bone and you're not torquing the knee joint. So take the foot here on a half lotus. Go as high as you can. Then readjust your sit bones. So for some, you can take your right hand here around the waist and grab hold of the foot, if you can do that. For me, I have limitations on my shoulders, so if you have strap, well, I forgot my strap. You take your strap here or towel, wrap it around the foot and hold with your right hand. So the left hand will extend upward and then we'll grab hold of the left foot. From here, lengthen the spine, then exhale. You bend forward. Again, as you fold, you walk your sit bones back to have room for the hip bone to roll over the thigh and you don't stress the lower back too much. So continue going down. You can just look forward, or if you have space or flexibility on the hamstring, you can move your head down to your shin. So coming up, so we will balance on the sitting bones. You bend that left leg inward towards your hip, keep your back straight. Then you straighten the leg up. So you don't let your leg pull the arm forward. So bring the arm bone backward. Lift the leg up. So for some, you can bring the leg higher, as upright as you can, as long as you're not leaning back too much or you're not rounding the spine. Now then you lower the leg, let go of your feet, then extend your legs forward. So you can bounce the legs to get rid of those tension or discomfort that maybe have accumulated within the body. So take the left leg, place it over your thigh on a half lotus. You pull your hip bone or the sit bones backward. And then wrap your left hand behind you in case you can reach the foot, do that. If not, you just have to maintain the arm in that position. Right hand up, then exhale, you bend forward. Inhale, you stretch the back or elongate the spine. Exhale, you flex the hip, moving your hand down. Then inhale, create more space and length on the upper body. Then exhale, squeeze more on the hip, your front thigh. And then you lift your chest, pull that leg, so bend the leg, you bend the leg in, and then you lift it up. Again, try to balance your shoulders. Your right shoulder is not ahead of the left, neither the left hand is not behind. So you have to keep your shoulders even. You have to keep your chest up, and see that you are not just depending on the pulling action of the arm. You have to flex your hip flexors, your quads, the front sides. Suck your abdomen in. And then you lower the leg, release your hands and extend the legs forward. Again, you bounce the legs and then hug the knees to your chest. So the final balancing pose, we'll be doing upward facing forward fold. So you grab hold of the big toes or you can hold the edges of your feet. Now straighten the back. Another option is to take strap, wrap your feet around the strap if you have strap at home. Because right now I cannot find my strap. So you can strap your legs if you're tight on your hamstrings. Now straight back and try to extend the legs forward and up. And make sure your sitting bones are the ones holding the weight of your body and you're not grounding your tailbone. So to avoid the grounding or the pressing of the tailbone down on the floor, you have to lift the lower back, lift the sternum. Keep breathing. Again, shoulders down and in. Now you lower. Extend the legs forward. Sit bones back. Reach the arms up. Then exhale, you fold. So you just have to let go of your whole body. Rest here for 5 breaths. You can micro bend the knees. And don't ever flex the abdomen on this pose. Now you come up and roll down. So have your back on the floor. Have your feet together. Then hug your knees. Pull the thigh bones down and stay here for a moment. So make your back flat. As you pull your thighs down, you're pressing the spine against the floor and you create length between each vertebra. And then keeping the knees close to your chest, you take your legs down on the left. You can hold it with your left hand. You can extend your right hand down to your right side. So just relax your waist muscles and feel the right chest, the right lower back and glutes. Then coming up, hug the knees down again to your chest, then bring it to your right side. Then for the left hand, you can extend it towards the other side. And then release. Pull your knees down and then roll side to side. Or you can do your happy baby, knees apart, grab hold of your toes, pull the thighs and roll side to side. And then your final pose, Savasana. You extend the legs forward, hug your feet a little wider than your hip. Adjust the pelvis forward so you can create length on your lower back. Open your hands to the sides of your hip. Shoulders down, chin to your chest, and begin to close your eyes. Again, just take this brief opportunity to rest, to do nothing but to relax. Don't let your mind wander. Keep your attention to your breath and body. Now keep still and take a rest. Begin to move your toes and fingers. Arms over the head, legs together. Reach as high as you can to stretch the spine. Then exhale, pull the thigh bones down. Roll over your right. natin slowly come. So that's the end of our practice. So that was a pretty tough one. So I hope you made it through the end of the class. So again, thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoy this kind of practice, and I'll see you again next time. Namaste.